Hey, welcome to HILF, History I'd Like to Fuck, where history is a party and everybody's coming. I am your host, Dawn Brody. And if you are listening to this as it comes out, then it is mid-July 2025, and HILF is on a BILF, a break, which is only to say really that I'm not releasing any new episodes for a few weeks. However, HILF Public School, the monthly live version of this show, she never rests, girl. Okay, the first Thursday of every month, fans of comedy and history unite at Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank, California, whence we drink, laugh, and learn stuff. So, in honor of school being out for the summer, let me welcome you to the class you always wished you had. Now, this episode was recorded live on Thursday, June 5th, 2025, and includes a full 10-minute stand-up comedy set by comedian historian Jason Horton, after which he and I HILF Alcatraz. Then you'll meet my friend, LA radio and TV personality Chewy Martinez. He and I have known each other for years, and we have a blast HILFing the Menendez brothers and Lizzie Borden. It's so fun. So we've saved you a seat at the best table. Your drink is on the way. Let's get started.
I've got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm hot for teacher. I've got it bad, so bad. I'm hot for teacher.
I am Professor Brody tonight. You've met the AV department, the class clowns. We have a lunch lady walking around here. She's been doing a great job bringing us wine and pretzels, just like we always hoped they would. And I love history, man. It is my business, man. I got the degrees, right? I've worked for historical institutions around the world. I am on the History Channel. History's greatest mysteries, Crazy Rich Ancients, all the hits. And has anyone here ever heard of the podcast HILF? Oh, thank you. Yes, it's a top-rated podcast, HILF. History I'd Like to Fuck, where history is a party and everybody's coming. And I believe deeply that every single person, regardless of their relationship to history class, has a HILF. Has something, right? That you ain't a reader, you read a whole book, girl, right? And the reason I think that we can all love history is, of course, because of our precious present. And right now it is June 5th. 2025, it's the only June 5th, 2025 any of us are ever gonna have. And so to give us warmed up, all right, our foreplay, if you will, is I'd like to tip my hat to some June 5ths of yore. See what we've got in store. Would you go to the first one, please, AJ? Here's a big one. June 5th.
I've got it bad.
Okay, every time. I love that song. Oh, what a horrible introduction, though, musically. To this. June 5th, 1968, Bobby Kennedy is assassinated. Fuck. Shit. It's not going to be that bad. You know what I mean? Our June 5th is already looking up compared to that one. Pop quiz, anybody know where this assassination took place?
Ambassador Hotel.
Ambassador Hotel, what a history fan. He knows it. Absolutely correct. It was demolished. They were going to make it into a bunch of schools, then they made it into no schools. What are you going to do? Anyway, name of the assassin?
Sirhan Sirhan.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Lauren, did you hear that? We've got an A student in the back, and I couldn't be hotter for it. Absolutely correct. All right, let's give another June 5th. AJ, go to the next one here. Oh, shit, D-Day. Now, my huge history fans, I suspect, are already going, but Dawn, everybody knows D-Day is June 6th, 1940. Ooh, shit, did you feel that? Don't you just love it when the world serves you up being like, it's June 6th, actually? But that's why I love this, because June 5th is what we call the night before. And I think every now and again in history, it was the night before. That is probably, in hindsight, the bigger deal. Because none of these men had their very last night. the night before. And sometimes, I don't know about you, D-Day's a big deal, right? And usually, Saving Private Ryan, at the beginning, you just get overhead views, lots of guys, this kind of thing, right? So on HILF, let's narrow down and see some of the specific folks you might have forgotten. We're one of them guys storming the beach. Go to the first one there, AJ. Oh. That's right, Alec Guinness. Obi-Wan Kenobi was stormed the beach at Normandy. Did you know that?
No.
Nick kind of felt it, though. Didn't you always kind of know? He kind of did, though, kind of. Right? Next one. Scotty. Yeah. I'm doing he stormed the beach at Normandy, too. Can you believe it? I don't think they met. I don't think they saw each other when they were out there, but that's kind of a small world. And then go to my third one. Oh, Medgar Evers, look at that. Isn't he handsome? So sweet, I love this guy. Medgar Evers, very big deal in the civil rights movement. He was assassinated in 1963, and they named a worship after him. And our guy, Pete Hegseth, has just petitioned that they change the name of that worship. I can't imagine why. I don't know what his problem is. I can't imagine. Like gay, black, civil rights, they were on, I wasn't wrong. So ladies and gentlemen, those are our June 5ths, and here we are, oh boy, in our own June 5th, and I promise you it's going to be a fucking great one, all right? And I've got some incredible guests here tonight. One of them isn't here yet, so I'm afraid to say his name. He's here, fucking yes, yes. Guys, Joey Martinez is in there. Oh, I love this guy so much. And we've got one of my favorite guys. He's coming out next. He is a fantastic comedian. He is also a historian. He's also on the History Channel. I know. We either got to fuck or fight. I don't know. I mean, so far, he's been really nice. I'm not going to lie. So, I'll fill you in. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big warm welcome to my friend Jason Horton.
That was a very nice introduction. I did a show recently where someone introduced me as this comedian wears glasses sometimes, is what they said. That's all they could. It's not even true. I wear them most of the time, so it wasn't even accurate. It wasn't even. I'm on the History Channel as well. Finding that hard to believe, I guess. He's like, that's a full-time model. There's no way he's on the History Channel. No, I am. It's true. History's Greatest Mysteries, History's Greatest Heist, and then another show called The Unbelievable. And when I tell women that, they go crazy. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh my God, stop. Usually what happens if I bring up the History Channel, someone says, oh, like Ancient Aliens? And I go, no, and then they just walk away. They're like, it's Ancient Aliens or nothing for some people. I don't know what the thing is. It's like, I'm sorry. Very, very sorry about that. I also, it's sort of related. I pop up in this. This is an HBO show called Hollywood Demons. This is the curse. Oh no, the dark side of the Power Rangers. So I pop up there, and it's usually something like, it's always like this. It's like, was it a curse or something even more sinister? And spoiler alert, it's neither. It's just fine. It's always just fine. It's always just, you listen to it, and it's just like, oh, it's just a thing that happened. It was just. That's what I do, but I take that money. I take that $1 million. Okay, that's what I get. Yeah, $1 million. I choose to live in a one-bedroom apartment behind a car wash just because I want to be of the people. That's what I want to do. AJ was up here. Tall, funny, and a pilot. Dude, pick two. What's going on? That's not, you know what I mean? If I was a pilot, you would not hear the end of it. I would never stop talking about it. I'd be like, well, as a pilot, here's what my opinion. But I also have a podcast, so I get my opinion out there to hundreds of people, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. That's what I do. I turned 52 a few weeks ago. Turned 52. Pity claps, polite woos. I'll take it. What do I don't care? I don't have much time left. I'll take what I can get. Yeah, somebody described my age as north of 50. I was like, how about south of 100? Why not that? Like, why? They're both accurate. Do that. Why? It's people love to tell me who I remind them of, and it's never good. It's never a compliment. Never follows it. We're talking about Bobby Kennedy. Someone said I looked like I was part of the plot to kill JFK. That was like their. I guess I have resting CIA face. I guess is what I got going on. That's a lot of fun. That's a whole lot of fun. Somebody tried to roast me, and they were like, "Oh, what's it feel like to be the bass player from Weezer whose wife is arrested for attempted murder?" And I was like, "That is the hottest I've ever been referenced. That's the last time I was flirted with, is when somebody said that about me." I'm glad this is history because I make a lot of dated references. People do not appreciate. I try to figure out who's my target demographic, and I think I got it figured out. It's for the person who fell into a coma in 2007. Woke up today and was like, the first thing I want to do is see some stand-up comedy, but I don't want to feel out of touch, and that's where I come in. That's where I walk in. For example, there was about 7 or 8 months people were convinced I was the Verizon guy. Including my own mother. She's like, I'm not holding out on you, Mom. I would tell you if I was the Verizon guy. I also wouldn't be asking you to borrow money right now, Mom. She's not dead. I don't know why I'm pointing to heaven. She's fine, actually. If anything. Yeah, I was a bully growing up. Can you believe it? A Hollywood bad boy like me? Can you believe I was bullied? Even happened to me. I was called gay. And then I got to high school, I got a girlfriend. They're like, "You're gay." I was like, "But I have a girlfriend." They're like, "She's gay too." I'm like, fair enough. Were they 100% wrong? No, they were onto something, actually. Just because they're bullies does not mean they're not perceptive. It does not mean they are. I've been trying to check in with myself, trying to maybe get in shape or something like that. I went on a fitness app and it asked me, "What's your body type?" And I was like, "I don't know. Podcast, I guess." I got that podcast body. I got that podcast bad opinions. Do you know Planet Fitness? For $10 a month, you can work out there. And for $15 a month, you can live there. It's great. That's Planet Fitness. Check it out. I eat pretty bad, though. For example, did you know that Panda Express opens at 9:30 a.m.? Did you know that? You know that? You know how I knew that? Because I went there at 9 a.m. and I was mad they were closed. I was like, "What's going on? Come on, guys. What's going on here?" This maniac wants 2 orange chicken at 9 a.m., not double. I try to order. I'm like, "Can I get 2 orange chicken?" Like, "Do you mean double?" I was like, "No, that makes you sound like a monster. I mean 2 orange chicken." That's my current reference stuff, by the way, the Panda Express. That's my current stuff. I don't know why. That's the good stuff. That's my good current stuff. I don't know what everyone's losing everybody here. I had someone, I love Los Angeles and I love the history of LA. I was shouting Ambassador Hotel in the back too, somebody beat me too. I know you did. And I was like, God, I hope nobody knows this so I can go out there and be, "Oh, you guys didn't know," but you guys knew it. You guys knew it. I was mad as hell. But when people come out to LA, they're like, "Oh, well, what's something cool we can do out here?" And there's so many cool things. Like, "Oh, you can go to the old LA Zoo in Griffith Park. It's an abandoned zoo, and it's got all." You guys familiar with that? It's amazing. You know, a picnic, and they got the cage. And they were like, "Oh, we were thinking more like City Walk," and I'm like, "That's cool too. I mean, I could just do some City Walk. You could see the bigger." You could, I don't know what's there. Bubblegum shrimp, you could check that out. Spooky bubblegum shrimp. Ooh. It's like, sorry. They're like, "Our kids are 3. We don't need to go to an empty haunted zoo." And I'm like, "All right, whatever." I was like, whatever. Anyone here into weed?
Yeah.
Weed heads on. Nice. Little puff pass? What about a little pass? Where my narcs at? Where we at, narcs? You guys keeping up? Come on. That's my thing. I'm Gen X. Anyone else here Gen X by chance, or is it just me against the world? Okay. Well, it's the coolest name for a generation. Yes? Gen X. Generation X. The only thing that would be cooler is being younger. I would pick that. Is that an option? I would pick that over the cool generation name. I have no use for that. I had someone tell me, he's like, "I'm growing out my hair." I was like, "Really, buddy? I'm growing out my forehead. I'm old. Yeah, I'm having a midlife crisis. What of it? I'm married It's going great. My wife is super supportive. She's always encouraging me to be more employed. She'd like me to be more employed. That's her thing with me. She works for Hot Topic. I'm familiar with the store Hot Topic. She works for Hot Topic, not at Hot Topic. She's a grown woman. I feel like I need to be clear with that. She just doesn't work on the mall on the weekends. I feel like that's never clear. She's the final goth boss of Hot Topic, is how I would describe her. That's how I would describe her. She loves true crime. Anyone here that's true crime? There's like some adjacent, right? It's a little adjacent, yeah. I think if you've learned anything about true crime, is it that anyone describes you as lighting up every room you walk into, you're dead. You are dead. That's how it always goes, right? They lit up every room. Well, I know they're dead, as I know that's all. I don't need to listen to the rest of the podcast. They are definitely, don't light up any rooms. Stop lighting up the rooms, everybody. It's for your own good. For your own good. If I'm so uncool, why is my credit score 420? Why don't you answer me that one? It's actually 418. I rounded up. I'm not doing well at all. I'm not doing well at all. I'm not. I'm not a sports guy. Like I like sports, but I'm not a sports guy. But one time I went to this thing called the ESPY Awards. It's the ESPN Awards. I was a +1. Like I had no business being there, and I was in a circle of people. Just thinking about this, and there was athletes, and there was one athlete that everyone was like really focused on and talking to, and seemed like a cool dude. And then I leaned over to the person to the left of me. I was like, "Who's that?" He's like, "LeBron James." I was like, "No, I know who LeBron James is. I think I met the person behind him, like Michael Jordan." I was like, "No, I know who these people are." I did play college ball though. By college, I mean community, and by ball, I mean bowling. So I took bowling in community college. I don't know what you're laughing at. I got a C. That's 1 credit. That's 1 credit, baby. 1 big fat credit. 1 big fat credit. Tell you another story. You guys know who Chris Farley is? The comedian Chris Farley? Yeah. Sometimes I need to, you know what I mean? Sometimes people aren't. I need to describe. Okay. You speak for everybody? What? Oh. I don't believe. Let me see some ID. IDs on the table before I tell any more jokes. I want IDs on the table. But I was in a college town in upstate New York at a bar. I did not go to that college, and I did not drink, so I don't know what I was doing out in front of this bar. And also, it was the mid-'90s. What did we do in the mid-'90s when we were standing by ourselves without a cell phone? Did we just stand there and look straight ahead? Like, I don't know, what did we do? I was thinking about that. I was like, so I'm out in front of this bar, probably looking like a maniac. 3 guys walk out of the bar. It's David Spade, Adam Sandler, and Chris Farley. And I am starstruck, right? I'm absolutely starstruck. They walk over, and it's exactly, like, David Spade's like, and, you know, Adam Sandler's like, you know, they're just kind of like that. They're just kind of, but then Chris Farley, who is an absolute, they're all legends, but Chris Farley's an absolute icon, and he's larger than life, and he's sweating, so he's ready to party. And I'm like, what happened, guys? What's going on? They look really dejected. They're like, they wouldn't let us in the bar. And I was like, why? They're like, well, we didn't have IDs. And I was thinking, oh, rules are rules. You gotta obey the rules, guys. Come on now. And like, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds pass. Chris Farley turns to me and says, so, where's the Poontang bar at? Now, I know we're all strangers here. You don't know me, but from what you know of me, do I look like I know where the Poontang bar is? I don't know where the Poontang bar is. I've never known where the Poontang bar is, and I'm never going to know where the Poontang bar is. But my name's Jason Horton. Thank you very much.
Jason Horton, ladies and gentlemen. Jason's like, what do I do? He's staying with me because we're gonna fuck some history together, Jason. So you can bring your stool up. You can use. I want you to have your microphone wherever you want it. You can sit. You can stand. See what a good hostess I am. I gave him a seat. I invited him to sit down. All right. So here's the beauty of having another historian on stage with me, friends, is that I get to molest his knowledge of a given subject. And I don't know, this history subject that we're about to HILF is a mystery. to Jason. He has no idea what we're going to talk about. So I don't know his level of, I know they gave me notes when I went on the History Channel.
Oh, yeah, big time.
They gave me like an outline of stuff I should know, and then I pretended like I know.
Oh, yeah, I was like, I know all this, and I was just like, yeah.
And they give you, they're like, take two.
I use
Thank you.
I did that. I used the teleprompter. I'm a diva over there.
You had a teleprompter?
Yeah, I'm a big time diva.
They didn't give me a teleprompter. I just had to interview.
I'm a white guy in his 50s. So they can pretty much do everything.
They give you everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
They didn't offer me shit. Craft services was good. Well, this is why we're going to do, in this HILF competition, there's a little quiz section, all right? And generally speaking, you guys as an audience are going to be collectively versus Jason Horton, comedian.
Oh, boy.
Husband of Hot Topic.
First husband, Hot Topic.
The first gentleman of the Hot Topic empire. And we should have, though, you guys will be collectively phrasing this, but we need a spokesperson, right? This is group work. And you always got to have one person who, like, stands out and speaks for you. So who feels confident?
I'll do it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What's your name?
Big Joe.
Big Joe.
Big Joe.
Big Joe represents you well. I think everyone can understand Big Joe's the guy. That doesn't mean, though, Big Joe, you can yell the answer if you know the answer, but if you need to consult, these are your people.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Jason.
Yes.
The first question. Oh, wait, I need a nerd to keep track of score. I need a teacher's pet who feels like you can do accounting. Okay, good. Here. There's this. You got to keep track on how Big Joe and y'all are doing compared to History Channel's beloved, the one and only Jason Horton. First gentleman of Hot Topic, Jason Horton. So the first is we're just going to see what our general level of understanding is on this subject. So the first question comes to you. This is my ripped from the headlines. Jason, on May 4th, 2025, that's 1 month ago, President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
I don't know it.
He said that he wanted to explore reopening what historic California prison? Fuck, Big Joe.
Are we supposed to buzz? I don't know the rules.
No, you did great. You yelled out. I like what you're doing here because you know why?
What?
Fuck Jason Horton. You're Big Joe.
Well, if he was an Alcatraz, he'd have a shot.
You don't have a microphone. I don't know if you've ever been on the History Channel.
Actually, I have, but that's for a different reason.
Really?
Yeah.
More of an ancient aliens kind of guy. We'll talk. Jason has his knees tightly clenched around the mic stand.
I've been there.
He has so many skills. All right. So yes, the answer for those of you who felt that hot word come shooting past your ear. Absolutely, it's Alcatraz. AJ, show us the shooting school now. It's all right. You know what? He's a foreign exchange student, and we are loving him and gentle loving him. There it is, Alcatraz Island. You ever been to Alcatraz, Jason?
I have. I've been down.
You have?
Yeah.
As a tourist?
Yes.
Yes. When did you go?
Probably 2017.
What is the most memorable thing you saw there at Alcatraz?
Somebody recognized me from when I used to be on YouTube and wanted a picture with me, and I ate it up. I was like, I'm back, baby. I'm back big time. They were like, I used to watch you when I was a kid. And then I was like, I want to kill myself. So that's what I remember from Alcatraz.
So you found a shank sitting on a... That's good. So there are some warm memories from your time in Alcatraz. Sure. However, time has turned them bitter in your mouth.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone out here ever been to Alcatraz? Yeah? Oh, shit. Fun, right? You took the little boat. Okay. What was the most memorable thing you saw at Alcatraz?
The Birdman cell.
The Birdman cell. Yeah, he was kind of a dark guy. Had kind of a rough time. Spent, I think it was 22 years in solitary confinement.
But loved birds.
But loved birds, bless him. So he had that going for him. That's optimism. Yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar, Alcatraz, it is only 1.5 miles off the coast of the city of San Francisco. That's what we call a reasonable swim, it turns out. The island itself is 22 acres. It was named the Isle of Pelicans after an ancient Spanish word for pelicans, because that's who used to be there. And it was a bunch of things. It was a fort. It was an outpost. It was made a federal prison in 1934 Which, lucky us, that was the year we got the FBI, too.
Hell yeah.
All right, now this question's just for Jason, Big Joe. But if he can't get it, then you can swoop in.
Okay.
Okay. Question. It's multiple choice. Don't panic. But if you gotta pee. The question is, how long did it take for the first successful escape from this quote-unquote escape-proof?
Bless you.
Bless you. This quote-unquote escape-proof prison. Is it A, 2 weeks, B, 3 years, or C, no one has successfully escaped from Alcatraz?
I'm gonna go with C.
C. What would you define as a successful
That's what I
escape?
want to know because we don't really know.
Right?
Technically.
We can dream, right?
Right, yeah.
If we don't find their bodies,
Right.
maybe they're in Tahiti somewhere with a nice variety show, listening to HILF, waiting to be mentioned, right? So we don't know. That's true. Here's what I would say is a successful escape would be, we never found the body. It is theoretical. They got out of their cell. They got out of the building. They got off the island, and then maybe they lived. Off the island is the important part. You still going with none of them?
Well, I think the government would like to say that no one's ever escaped, right? And you know whose side I'm on,
The
right,
government
everybody?
would like to say, fuck the government. Fuck the man, right? No one has been more poster child for fuck the man than the pleat jacket. All right, Joe, he says no one has successfully escaped Alcatraz. What do you think?
There are 2 guys that got off of it, but they think they drowned. But if the question is, did they get off the island and out of their cells, then I would say B.
B is absolutely correct.
Allegedly.
Yeah. It took 3 years.
Conspiracies.
They opened it in 1934. In 1937, 2 guys got out of their cell, got out of the boat, and then they never found their bodies, these 2 guys, but it was December of 1937. Yeah, and there's sharks and stuff, so we don't have a lot of hope for those guys. But if you were thinking, no, I have vivid memories that somebody did escape Alcatraz, go to the next slide, AJ. You're probably thinking about Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood escaped from Alcatraz, but that movie is based on a real escape from Alcatraz, and this one wasn't the 2 guys that we think drowned in 1937. It's the 3 guys that we think might just be sipping Mai Tai somewhere. Are you ready for the story? Ooh, did you feel that? That's HILF. If there was fluid, if there was any fluid secretion, or if your nipples did a little something, that's HILF right there. You were like, shit, really? Whoa, here we go. All right, it's true. Friends, the one you heard about took place, come with me, June 11th, 1962. The wardens of Alcatraz, the guards of Alcatraz, awakened to discover 3 inmates are missing. AJ, who are they? Frank Morris, Clarence Anglin, and his brother, John Anglin. Poor Clarence. His eyes are closed. He looks like he's getting a hand job or something. I feel like when you said that you can't be a delight or light up a room or you'll end up dead.
Yeah.
I feel like watch your mugshot. You know what I mean? If you don't have a good one, they'll use that terrible. That's too bad. But these are our 3 guys. And on that morning, they realized, oh shit, these guys are gone. And this is a problem because they looked in everyone's bed every night, several times in the night, and they saw these guys in bed. They go in there to kick their beds open, and they have paper mache heads sitting there. And the thing, guys, this is the first question. Now, these 3 inmates, you should be glad we are, if you're not already aware, we're on these guys' side. Okay? Because here's the good news. They're not in jail for being violent. They never killed anybody. They never held any individual up. There's no rape. There's no violence. This is pure, good old-fashioned bank robbery and previous prison escapes. That means they're intuitive, right? They are they pay close attention to detail. They're dedicated. They're orphans, Jason. So here's my first question. All right, and this is, both of you get to answer, and whoever gets the closest wins. Okay, you got to be patient to escape from prison. How long did it take for them just to carve the hole around the vent in their cell. Whoever gets closest to the actual time gets the points.
I'm going to say 10 months.
10 months? Very reasonable. Big Joe.
I was going to go 9 months.
9 months. Any audience, you want to help Joe out? Do you feel you want to advise him, or are we happy to take 9 months? Morning.
4 weeks.
4 weeks. He's like, would you get the right kind of spoon? He could do it. Sure, what are you doing? You got nothing but time. All right. 9 months is absolutely closer. It actually only took 3 months, but it was closer. 3 months, right? 3 months, you got to carve. They use these little wooden
It's 3
spools.
months per guy, which is 9.
They don't, so they're working.
Okay, all right, my
No, I like you. The judge hears you. The lawyers are impressed. But you know what? Then they get out of there, guys. They get out of their cell. They go to this hallway. Then they gotta go up to the roof. Then they gotta file the screws off the vent to get onto the roof. Then, get this, to cover it, okay? They gotta do it when no one can hear it because it's kind of an obvious sound and it's among the few sounds that they're probably keyed in on, right? So they could only do it when there was accordion practice. And they don't get to do that all day. It's prison. They only get a couple of hours. Then they make a raft out of rain jackets. This is an idea Frank Morris got from his Popular Mechanics magazine subscription. Then they make a waterproof glue. So they make the raft. Then they're like, how are we going to inflate the raft? They use a concertina. The accordion comes back in this story twice. They blow up their raft. And then, let's see the heads. This is what they had laying in the bed. Look at how good. They cut their own hair. They got hair from the barber shop. And then they went ahead and gave themselves a fucking jawline for days. All right? And they gotta look in bed and think it's me. We don't want to get caught, do we? They ain't gonna believe that chubby neck is anybody else. It's me. And they get out. There was a fourth guy, by the way, trying to get out. He was all planning to go with him, but he put a little quickcrete around his vent and he couldn't get out in time. All right, so here's what happened to him now. People think they survived. There's lots of evidence, lots of little circumstantial evidence. These guys fucking made it. I'm going to read 4 pieces of evidence. Your job, Big Joe, your job, Jason, is to guess which one of these is not real. Okay? A raft was recovered and a car was stolen the night they escaped from a nearby island. Okay? B, facial recognition confirms they could be 2 men photographed in Brazil in 1975. C, flowers anonymously arrived for the Anglin's mother on Mother's Day, the year they escaped. Or D, 2 very tall, unusual women in quote-unquote heavy makeup were reportedly at the Anglin mother's funeral. Which one of those is not true? Joe? Jason? I'll let Jason go first.
Okay.
Just give me
Yeah.
just a quick
Okay, so they found a raft and a stolen car on a nearby island. That the mother anonymously got flowers on Mother's Day. Facial recognition says they are these 2 guys in Brazil in 75. Or these 2 unusually tall, heavily made up gals went to the mom's funeral.
You know what? I'm gonna go wild. I'm gonna go with the first one.
You don't think that raft was recovered? Okay. Big Joe.
Too easy.
I'm going to go B. I don't think facial recognition was happening in 75.
All right.
That's what they want you to think. That's what they want you to think.
The actual answer, friends, is C. Flowers did not anonymously arrive at the mothers on Mother's Day. It arrived every year on Mother's Day after they escaped. Ladies and gentlemen, go to the next picture. This is the one of them in 1975 in Brazil. The facial recognition was done recently. But this picture, oh, you're right. But this picture was sent to the family had it, and they said, this is them. And I spent time with this picture. And I was like, you know what, I think it totally is them. Because what's the other name for Alcatraz?
The Rock.
The Rock. I'm like, they're standing next to a big rock, it's a sign. And then one of my followers was like, that's a termite mound. So my really cool theory got all shot to shit. But the facial recognition said, it's plausible. That is plausible that it could be them. All right, so we shouldn't open Alcatraz as a prison again. I think we can all agree on that. It was falling apart in 1962, and we've now had decades of tours and movies explaining exactly how you get out. But then I'm like, on the other hand, we're arresting people who have escaped tyranny and went to Harvard. So maybe we should put them in Alcatraz. It would just be it'd be like, let them go. They're just gonna go in and out of there. They're not gonna stay there very long. All right, what's our score?
3-0.
3 to what?
3-0.
3 to huh? 3 to nothing? He didn't get none of them? Oh, son of a bitch. All right then. Jason, here's your chance to get on the board.
Conspiracy against me.
Yes, it's true. The U.S. Marshals are outside. So here's your chance to get color points. Okay. Propose to the audience of HILF Public School right now what you think should be done with Alcatraz if we're not going to open it as a prison again.
Amusement park.
Oh.
A very, very morbid amusement park. For those of us who don't want to go to City Walk or Universal. You know what I mean? Like, give us some real morose... Yeah, Hot Topics, the merch. Let's do it. Let's make that happen.
Okay, I like it. We have electric chair themed restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Audience of HILF Public School, would you go to Alcatraz as an amusement park?
Yes.
Give him a point. Give him a point. He should give it. Oh, now what's the score?
3-1.
Oh, look at it, 3-1. That's so close.
I'll take the 1 point.
We grade on a curve. Ladies and gentlemen, please give my friend Jason a huge round of applause. Hey, can you go ahead and show us the next frame, AJ? I want to show you guys one of the cool things, though, that did happen at Alcatraz. This is what I like to send you away for your dinner party download, right? When you're just shooting the shit and you're tired of talking about politics, you can go, hey, did you know that after Alcatraz closed in 1962, the Red Power activists occupied Alcatraz Island for over a year in 1969? Look at this. The Tribes of America. They were an activist group. They came all together and they had what they called a functioning community for over a year. That means schools, that means restaurants, that means sanitation. And by restaurants, I mean they ate. And they burned a bunch of shit down. They burned like the warden's house down. And they burned exactly, right? So I guess if we are in a loop, I'd say that. Right? Maybe they'd still let us go and buy keychains and things. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted. I get to introduce my next guest to the stage right now. He is a dear, dear friend of mine. You probably know his voice. You likely know his face. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. Chewy Martinez. This is yours.
Thank you.
Of course.
What's up, y'all?
We had talks
Mets
about
hat,
the
Jesus.
stool. We weren't sure if people want the stool, if they
Yeah.
want the mic stand.
I'm good.
He's on you elegant.
Thank
You
you.
did it
I took
elegantly.
a shower for you.
Oh, I could smell it, you guys. If Chewy offers you a hug, take it.
Man.
Did you see how happy I felt when that
Yeah.
happened? You could probably see, and also he smells great.
When you have the beard, you have to like maintain it, and like it has to smell good because you're always either hugging people or kissing people, so you gotta have it like ready.
Always? You're always?
Always.
Okay.
Always.
History's not the only thing that could get fucked tonight.
It's the flavor saver, man. You gotta keep it maintained, man.
Chewy Martinez. Now listen, let's introduce the people to all of the wonderful things that are you.
Thank
I'm gonna move this out of your way so
Okay.
that people can see your beard better.
Sure.
So you do so many things. I knew you first from Kiss FM.
Yes.
The guy on Kiss FM.
Kiss FM, wow, I've been there 16 years.
Yeah.
#1 mix show in LA for a long time. Thank you. Been doing radio for 26 years.
Yeah.
Started when I was 16 years old and never looked back.
Are you LA born and bred?
LA born and bred, but I spent some, LA born. I'm a yokel, and spent some time in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
And
did time?
Like high school and college.
So kinda.
And then high school, college, and I came back. My mom didn't want me to go to high school in LA.
Okay.
She's like, Mijo, you're not going to high school in LA. So I was like, okay. And then thank God she made that decision because I probably wouldn't be here.
Well, that's interesting color because I have a 6-year-old who I think will go to high school here in LA.
Okay. I think you'll be all right.
Do I have to move to Phoenix?
No, you don't live in Phoenix. Y'all live on the east side. Y'all live in Lincoln Heights, Boyle Heights.
Van Nuys, girl. Van Nuys.
You're fine.
Van Nuys. My daughter's the only white kid in her school. My white friends go, is her school really diverse? And I go, no, it's all Mexican kids. And my daughter is white.
Yeah.
Don't
be surprised don't be surprised like in 10, 15, 20 years she brings home homie looks like just like me or something.
I hope so. Because she's so white, she makes like Elsa look Puerto Rican. She is. And I kind of feel like whatever I'm saving on sending her to public school, I'm going to spend on a quinceañera.
Yeah. I'll DJ it for free.
You will?
I got you.
I got this on tape. I got it on tape.
My high school was so diverse, which I loved. And we were the international, high school, we were the international studies school for Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh.
So we were always getting these kids from Spain who were 15 smoking. It was great.
Oh, I love that.
All the European kids would come just smoking.
Yeah, did you have a hot European girlfriend?
No, I wish, but no, I had all the volleyball players. So they were talking all the time. But yeah, all the kids from Italy would come. They were smoking. I was just like, yo, they're drinking wine. We're going fucking milkshakes. They're so sophisticated.
Yeah.
They're so behind.
See, I grew up in the middle of a pastured rural Wisconsin.
Nice.
Unincorporated farm town cheese. But you want to know the truth is so not diverse at all. But there were various shades of yellow and pink, I guess. We had a lot of Polacks, that counts. But we did have, this is a true story, we had a really long-legged Swedish gal come my senior year of high school, and she was fucking gorgeous.
My lady's Swedish.
She could sing. Really?
Yeah, man.
Shit. She's so hot, right? And there's nothing they can do about it.
No.
And, you know what I mean? And we're all these just thick-legged, hay-throwing fucking
Subaru driving.
Fuck yeah. And some of us thought we were cute. I don't want to point fingers, but we kind of thought maybe we stood a chance, and this slut came sliding in. I was like, fuck. And that's when they talk about these trans swimmers, I'm like, transatlantic European babes, maybe. They shouldn't be allowed. We could ban them. They shouldn't be allowed. They come walking into rapids. Fuck, nobody can do shit. Nobody came up to me and was like, she's too hot for your school.
I went to a World Cup game years ago, and it was Brazil versus Sweden.
Oh.
And we were just in the stadium. We were in the stadium just what the fuck are they feeding these women in Sweden, bro? Like Swiss Miss, pudding? What is happening?
Maybe they secrete it? I have no idea.
They were gorgeous. I was just me and my boys were God damn, what is happening? We gotta move to Sweden, bro.
Yeah.
Can you imagine me in Sweden? Oh my goodness.
Shit. Well, I didn't know. The Love Actually, they flipped that. Remember the English guys I'm gonna go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We're and I was so excited when I was he's gonna go to Wisconsin. They're just gonna show a bunch of home-birth fatsos. They're showing us this quite delicious actually. Oh, cinema. And this is I feel like a good segue because I feel like every time I see you, you are interviewing someone that blows my hair back, biggest A-list celebrities, whoever's in the biggest movie, they come through a hotel room and they talk to Chewy Martinez.
Yeah.
Who would you say is the biggest toe curling celebrity you've met last month? In the last 30 days.
Florence Pugh.
Right.
Bro, there's something about her, man.
She's not Swedish, though.
She's not Swedish, but her publicist came after her. She hasn't laughed that hard all day. I was like, yeah, motherfucker.
Did you say anything about my beard?
Yeah, no, I don't know. She was feeling Bobby. She was feeling Bobby a little bit. She was a sweetheart, and she had just gotten off of an 18-hour flight, and it was just real cool to be with her. And interview her for Thunderbolts. It was real cool.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
I've interviewed everybody, man.
You really have.
She's one of the sweetest.
When you talked to Harrison Ford, did he ask about me by name, or did you just feel like he was implying that he was curious how I was doing?
He wanted to say what's up.
Great,
And
thanks.
you'll be home later. That's what he said.
This is another true story. A lot of insight into me tonight. Congratulations. I brought a cardboard cutout of Harrison Ford to my third grade class and introduced him as my dad.
Is that facts?
That
You
is
really
100%
did that?
facts.
You really did that? That's
And
awesome.
I remember my teacher being like, you know, and I know is like the cardboard cutout your dad, or like
Yeah.
Harrison Ford is your dad?
A little weird.
A little weird. You're also doing WWE
Yes.
on Tubi.
Yes.
Are you wrestling?
Nah, man.
'Cause
I know. Everybody, I could.
I feel
could,
like
I could.
You could.
But no, I'm on this new show called Evolve. It's WWE's Evolve on Tubi every Wednesday at 5 p.m. And it's basically every wrestler that you see on WWE, on any of their shows, gets trained at the Performance Center in Orlando. And so they're always all there. So we're kind of interviewing, and I'm hanging out with all the new and up-and-coming wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I just love seeing them go through their whole thing and training and the matches they go through, what they put their body through.
Yeah.
It's nuts. There's nothing fake about it.
No.
Man. So it's like you see people. I saw a girl like her arm got dislocated and she put it back like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon, bro. I'm just like, yo, you're a gangster. Like I could never do that. And it's been amazing. I've been doing the show since January, and I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like a dream come true. I love WWE. I love being there, and it's awesome. It's like a big family.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah.
So you got to start wrestling, and then your like knockout move will be like you bury your beard in their face. Right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can do that. Yeah.
All right. So we are at the point now, Chewy Martinez, where we're gonna HILF. We're gonna unzip and grease up some history. Okay. Now I haven't told Chewy about the history subject on my HILF with him either, but you guys gotta know I can't sit down. I'm so excited about this
You shouldn't sit
fucking
down. You
history.
should not sit
Chewy,
down.
I'm so fucking excited about this history right now.
It's good,
I'm not gonna
yo.
lie, I did a lot of work on it, but also, okay, for me, the menage a trois of history is when I can get current events, align it with a history subject, right, that's going on, and then like funny, like something that we can like bring into like today. This is not the trois. It's a quatre. Okay, because this history subject brings in the past. Okay, it brings in the present. It also brings in film and television history because I like to honor my guest. I mean, I'm a generous lover. I'm just gonna start, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. Okay, here's how the hill starts. Oh my god. Okay, can I sit? I can sit for a second. Okay.
I'm excited.
Okay, so Chewy, the first question goes to you, and you're gonna want to keep track of this one too. And you guys, I feel like you should keep Big Joe as your representative. Does anyone else want to volunteer as tribute because he's? Yeah, Big Joe, are you with us?
I'm down.
Okay. I'll buy you a drink.
Let's go.
Okay, so this first question though is for Chewy. Oh, no, it's not a question. I'm just gonna show you a picture. First picture first, AJ. This is our subject. It touches on this. Oh, let's go, bitch. True crime sluts. Yes! All right, so this is, of course, the Menendez brothers. The Menendez brothers murdered their parents in 1989 in their Beverly Hills home. And last month, they were resentenced. Right? Their whole ethos came back up into the public view, and it was largely because of what, EJ? Let's go to our next one. It is, right? Let's see, did you interview these guys?
No, I did not. I want to reenact this whole like photo shoot right here.
I know, right? Can we go
think
back
you
to
should
the
do
previous
that.
one? Like,
Come
come on.
on.
These are the Dukes. And then, bless their hearts, and then, get what the fuck?
Like I'm as straight as they come, but fuck me. These
Give
guys
me a
are
break.
beautiful.
I I mean,
That's fucking hot.
look at these cheekbones.
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna kill the parents that made these two beautiful.
Oh, man.
Like I'm like, that was the real crime. They could have made more
Those
beautiful
are fucking
children.
beautiful.
I know.
Jesus.
So anybody see the movie, the Netflix movie Monsters?
Yes.
You did.
I did.
Okay, and did you enjoy it?
It was cool. To be honest with you, they kept replaying the killing of the parents over and over again, and that got a little too
much.
It was too much. I was like, I get it, and I was just like, like Dahmer. Did you see Dahmer?
Yeah.
Like it was. I had to take that in doses. I couldn't watch the whole thing. I usually let's watch the whole thing. No, man. Like I had to watch one episode and take a couple of days off and then come back and
Now, do you find that in shows like these, the fact that they're real is part of why you gotta take a break because that really happened?
Yeah, totally,
Yeah,
absolutely. I know, I do.
You're like, this guy is
This
real.
actually happened.
It happened in Milwaukee. Jeffrey Thomas happened in
Yeah.
Milwaukee. All the skin eaters are from Wisconsin. Because the women are thick-thighed and throw them. It's all right. It's all right. It's all full circle. Okay, so this is the real ripped from the headlines part of the history, touching on film and cinema. Dawn, you're masterful, but wait. Here's your question. Matricide is the word for killing your mother.
Wow.
Patricide is the word for killing your father. What, Chewy, is the word for killing both y'all's parents?
Homicide?
Technically, yes, but no.
Wow, I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, Big Joe, he's throwing it.
Throwing it, Joe?
I'm gonna go guilty.
Right? There you go, Joe.
Believe it or not, guys, parricide.
No.
Parricide. Parricide means you killed your parents.
Parasite.
And look at us, we got a new word.
That's
Big day.
I didn't even know that. I
Big
didn't even
thing.
know that.
That's true. Parricide.
Parricide.
We don't hear it a lot, thank God.
No.
But one of the most famous instances of parricide before the high cheekboned Menendez brothers. Oh, guys, check this out. The murders happened in 1892, and the trial started on June 5th. 1892. It's a June 5th thing, guys! What? Oh, all right, the trial was for the most famous parricide of all time. This one's for the whole audience. We'll see if you guys can do it. Who took an axe? Lizzie. Big Joe, you could build a beautiful historical empire with her. Okay? But he is very good at escaping things. He said it would take him 2 weeks to get out of Alcatraz.
Good job.
I don't know.
Great job.
Absolutely.
What else do you know about her?
Lizzie Borden. Wait, go to the next
Go to the
picture.
next one.
Let's look at her. Oh.
Yo!
Ooh. Right? Crazy.
No, it's your own time.
No.
New England.
Yes.
Killed him with an axe.
Yes.
The house is still something you can
Yeah.
You can tour the house?
What is your name?
Yo.
It's Mary Elizabeth.
Mary Elizabeth.
Yes.
She has a martini. We're in true crime. I feel like this is a good night for Mary Elizabeth. Mary Elizabeth, you're going to be a huge asset, I think, for what comes next. Because here, yes.
Because it's also her birthday.
What?
Happy birthday!
Happy
Hey,
birthday to you.
We should be a duet.
June 5th, fucking A. You were like, Bobby Kennedy, huh? That's how she's gonna do me. That's all right. That's all right.
But you know what? I looked at it, so.
I'm good. All right, well, listen.
Who'd she kill again? Who'd she kill?
Oh.
Are we about to get to that? Oh, sorry.
You guys, I can't fucking sit down.
Sorry.
All right, so here's the evening,
Yo,
guys.
look at
Come
her
with me.
eyes, bro. I would not want to make. Look at her. I'm not messing with her, bro.
Girl, this is one of two portraits. We're not going to go ahead yet. I have
Wow.
another portrait of Lizzie Borden that is going to give you all nightmares because this is the sweet, lovely pre-murder Lizzie Borden. Wait until you see. Oh, so here's what happened. All right, it is August 4th, 1892. It's very hot. All right, in this beautiful high-end Fall River, Massachusetts. You were absolutely right. It's south. It's kind of close to like Rhode Island. And the maid, Maggie Sullivan, comes running out of the house, screaming her head off. Oh, Lord, he's dead. She runs to the doctor, lives across the street. Somebody's murdered Mr. Borden. The doctor, the police, everyone comes running over to the Borden house. And go to the next slide, AJ. It's gory. Buckle up. There he is. Andrew Borden. He is sitting with his hands in his lap on the couch in this lovely living room, his skull smashed in. Now, what everybody recognizes right away is the only other person in the house is Lizzie Borden, the daughter, and she is acting, quote, strange. What exactly does that mean? What's a normal way? You know what I mean? You should be acting if this is dad suddenly sitting on the couch. She doesn't seem to be acting right. And they said, well, what happened? She goes, yeah, were you here all day? She said, yes, absolutely, I was. My father came home from a walk. He sat down on the couch. I took his shoes off, and he took a nap. What do we notice?
She was wrong.
Cops couldn't help but notice that. Another thing that seems strange is they say, so Lizzie, where's your mom? Right? Where's Abby? And she goes, yeah, that is weird. And the maid says, well, Lizzie, you told me that she got a notice. A friend was sick and she went out. And Lizzie said, yeah, she did. Somebody should probably go look for her. So they go upstairs and they see this, AJ. Yes. Her legs sticking out. She's face down in the room. Her head is also completely smashed. And oh shit, this is double homicide. Ah! Everybody panics. And it does appear that the only real suspect is this girl. Right? Lizzie Borden, the daughter, she's not crying, she's not freaking out, she was the only one there, so they arrest her.
How old was she?
She was, that's a good question, 28, I think. She was just under 30, unmarried, living at home, which is scandalous. Scandalous. All right, so here is a question. I hope Mary Elizabeth, Big Joe, Chewy, you guys, whoever gets the closest, okay? The poem says she gave her mother 40 whacks.
Right.
When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. How many whacks did the Bordens actually receive? You can answer however you want. Total, you can split it up. Who got how many? What do we think? Mary Elizabeth, you want to go first? Chewy, you feeling warm?
I'm feeling a little warm, you know.
All right.
I want to say the dad maybe got 50.
Okay.
And
He didn't look great.
He didn't look great. And the mom probably got like 30 or 40. 35 maybe?
35 on mom,
35.
50 on dad.
Yeah.
You figured the poem was an average.
Yeah. I like USD, I can't count.
The math. Didn't go to high school in LA.
I'm just saying, it takes a lot of wax to
It does.
pressure a skull.
It's a lot of
man.
wax.
Come
And
on, man.
that's a lot of wax. It's exactly, okay, that's his answer. How do we feel? Mary Elizabeth, what do you think?
Go higher.
You think higher than 35 and 50?
Yeah.
You think there was a big,
She was angry.
okay. So we're not sure, but we're going higher. Big Joe, you got a number?
I'm gonna
Feel
go
lucky?
lower because giving somebody 90 whacks, if you're a 28-year-old, would be exhausting. You'd have to stop and rest.
Yes.
Have you ever sparred?
Maybe she did. Maybe she wanted to go churn some butter real quick and then she came back. Let me finish the job, you know?
She would have been jacked,
I'm
that's
gonna
true.
say 37 total.
37
That's what I'm
total.
gonna
Big
say.
Joe says 30.
Wow.
Joe, I think we have to marry each other or something. 28.
Ow.
Shit. It was 28 whacks total. Abby got 17. Dad got 11.
She was
But doesn't
strong.
that-
She was strong, bro.
But let's think about that.
But like the last picture she had.
Whack. Whack.
Right.
Whack. Whack. I mean, Jesus. You got a corset on and everything, too? Man, that's a lot. All right, they're doing good. We got 1 and 2 so far.
Do I have a sad face on mine? You put a sad face? That's hilarious. I got a sad face on mine.
She put a sad face.
Yeah, no points. I got no
You don't
points
have to
yet.
judge.
No
Just act. Don't judge. Jeez. All right. So then we go on to the trial. All right. So she's arrested at the trial. Holy shit. We got a lady, and of course, it murdered her parents. Trial of the century. And like the Menendez brothers, this might have been a sister act. Move ahead, AJ, because this is Sarah Borden, Lizzie Borden's sister. Now, she had an alibi, but she also did something very suspicious that the Menendez brothers did too, which is they went on a very obvious shopping spree. They get a ton of money right away, and they spent that money right away on a ton of glamorous stuff. So here's the question for you, Chewy. It's multiple choice.
There we go.
The Borden sisters and the Menendez brothers bought the same thing after their parents' deaths, and it raised particular suspicion. What was it? A, the newest, best vehicle. B, tickets to the most expensive event in town. C, a big new house which they lived in together. Or D, all of the above.
Shit.
They didn't buy any shit.
I
That
wanna-
was free. Always free. How do I?
You're hilarious.
Oh, come on.
I want to say A, they bought a new car.
That was the thing.
Yeah?
You know why it's true?
Why?
Because they're all true. All of the
All
above.
the above?
You guys, the Menendez brothers bought a Porsche. The Borden sisters got a brand new coach, horse-drawn coach, and a coachman, which I think is probably the Porsche of 1892. Tickets to the most expensive events. Go ahead, AJ. Look at this. Not only do the Menendez brothers go and get courtside tickets to a Knicks game.
I have that card.
You do not. Are you serious?
It's in storage at my mom's house.
Oh,
Yeah, I do. I have that.
Because they don't sell now. They will only sell it to you. It's so dumb. They only sell it to you if you say it's not because the Menendez brothers are in it. They don't want to support that kind of thing. The NBA. So you can sell it though for any
Yeah,
reason.
I have that card somewhere, man. It's in there.
Ooh, isn't that crazy? Oh, all right. So Chewy's doing. Don't draw any more faces though. He can see.
Any more
He
faces?
can see when
Man,
you draw.
She put a little beard on the sad face.
Give a nice beard and like a sweet little heart and then a heart around it. Okay. All right. So this, guys, there were a lot of gasps in the Lizzie Borden trial. Shit that made people go, what the fuck? And we haven't, right? Okay. First of all, Lizzie herself was a headline-making affair. Can we go to the next picture? I have to show you guys this. That's post-murder Lizzie Borden.
I like it.
Right?
So she got like snatched.
You like her. You're like, yeah.
She got like snatched after the
I don't know.
murders.
I said she does look like she snatched
She-
potatoes.
That's awesome.
And she looks like she killed her parents and she liked it. That's what that face says to me. But she herself, during her trial, very composed. She didn't do anything that elaborate. But there was one piece of evidence presented at trial that made her faint. Look at this face. And needed help. So here's the question for you, Big Joe.
Oh, man.
What was the evidence presented at court that made this stone cold bitch fucking faint? A letter from her stepmother to a friend saying she feared Lizzie might kill her. B, Abby and Andrew's severed heads brought into court after the autopsy. Or C, the bloody axe head and handle retrieved from the property. You can help Big Joe if you want. It's his
The
to win.
1800s were brutal.
I'm gonna go all three.
Right?
You think she was like, bam, what, bam, boom, three. She was doing.
No, I say the axe handle.
The axe handle?
Yeah.
You guys, they brought the fucking heads in.
No, they
They
didn't!
brought the heads. The heads into the courtroom with the axe to show how many times they got hit, to show that Dad was probably asleep. The first whack went right through his eyeball.
And she fainted.
She fainted.
Yeah, could you?
I mean, I think whether you did it or
On a
not.
platter, in a box? I mean, how did they bring them in?
Oh, Big Joe, I wish I could answer that
Right?
question for you. I really do. I looked for pictures. I do have a picture of the heads,
No.
but it's 1892. The pictures we have are great. They look like bad props. We're in LA. They're just a head with a whole squishy head.
I might fucking faint. Go ahead.
I'll catch you. I'll get under you as quick as I can. I'll try to break your fall.
Why was Massachusetts so lit in the 1800s? Like, why?
Because you couldn't get across the Mississippi River without getting eaten by a grizzly bear until like 1912.
Okay. Did you make that? Is that fact, Don? Or like, what do you?
I mean,
That's not even fucking official, bro.
Everybody knows before 1912, fucking right into the jaws of a grizzly bear. Guaranteed. Like a Simpsons cartoon. Yeah, no, we got the railroad and that helped, but some of them still got it. Grizzly bears are big as shit. Okay, right.
They're huge, Joe.
It's true.
They're huge.
Okay, this one, wait, what we got the scores? We get Chewy. We're gonna give Chewy one more. We're getting Chewy one more.
You have to do that. Be a loser.
We're not doing it out of pity. We're doing it out of love. Big Joe, Big Chewy. We'll call you Big Chewy. I feel like that would help. Lizzie was arrested. She was acquitted, by the way. Fast too, and always ostracized by the community, though. She stayed in town like fucking fuck you. And she lived a very weird life. But she was arrested one other time in her life, only 5 years after the murders. What was it for? A, violently beating a housekeeper. B, shoplifting. Or C, arson.
Arson? Can I say all the above?
I know, right? Like, I don't know what she got arrested for, but I bet she did all that shit.
She maybe beat up a housekeeper, but then she maybe ran out of money, so she was stealing now, and I don't know. Maybe arson?
Okay, arson's your answer. Arson seemed, I made up arson. But it felt like something she would do, so I feel like you get points for being alive. Give him another happy face for being alive, but not a point. No, it was shoplifting, you guys.
Shoplifting?
She pulled a Winona Ryder. She didn't need it.
Damn.
We don't know why shoplifting is. Anybody here shoplift for the thrill? Maybe you could explain it to us, Tommy?
No.
Really?
Never.
I'm just kidding. I don't think that you do shoplift. Yeah, but Mary Elizabeth was absolutely correct. If you want more Lizzie Borden, and I have simply stirred the juices of your lower units, and you want more, check it out. This next one, AJ, is Lizzie Borden House. It's a B&B. You can go stay there tonight.
I'm not staying there.
I know. Lots of tasteless photos of people laying on that couch going, oh, look at my head got smashed.
Would you stay there? Would you stay there for like night, no internet, no nothing?
No, I didn't even think about it.
Could you?
Same. I think the couch is gone, but they got one that looks a lot like the couch. And the wallpaper, I mean, they want it to look like it. Daily, nightly ghost tours, yuck. I would stay in that house, but it would have to be for content. Like, if you were asking me, like, do I personally want to stay in that house? No, it's a dark day. I'd have to do lots of weird shit to comfort myself. But if I had, like, a fun little camera, like, hi guys, I'm staying in the Borden house. You know what I mean? Like, I might be able to find humor to get through the night and be like, I'm busying myself, and you likes. You guys like it, so I'm going to stay here all night. But if it was like a personal thing, fuck no, I've got a life to live. I don't need to do that. You wouldn't stay?
I would stay there, absolutely.
You'd stay? Would you sleep on the couch?
I would sleep on, I don't know, I would sleep somewhere.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do absolutely believe in ghosts.
And you wouldn't, this wouldn't bug you? I don't believe in ghosts, and I would, what?
Yeah, that wouldn't bug me, but yeah, I believe in ghosts. We had a ghost in our house when I was young.
In Phoenix?
In LA.
In LA? Was it a Mexican ghost?
It was not Mexican. How would you even know if it was a Mexican ghost, bro?
Because he smelled like taco sauce.
You're stupid. You're dumb. But no, we got a hand-me-down mattress when I was young, and the mattress would just start moving out of nowhere. And I didn't like that either. And I was about 6 years old, and I remember I'd be playing on the bed when my toys would be on the bed, and my toys would just kind of get pushed on the bed. And at night, something would whisper in my mom's ear, would say, "Get out."
No.
I swear to God. To this day, I'm getting goosebumps. To this day, my mom will not talk about that at all. But you give her a little bit of wine, fucking. Who wants to talk about the bed? Like, it's nuts.
All right, we're getting Mrs. Martinez up in this.
But I'm actually, it was gnarly, man. And one night it got too crazy, and my mom took the bed and put it in the garage. And then we went on a trip because we had to get out of there. But then my uncle grabbed the mattress and gave it to my cousin. And things at their house started getting crazy.
Yeah, what was that? What's this mattress?
Swear to God. And then my uncle took that bed and burned it in the backyard.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
It was crazy.
I can't say I do believe in ghosts.
I believe in that shit.
You know what I do? Yeah. I 100% believe in aliens. Even before the NASA and the government was like, you should, because they're real. And we were all like, oh yeah? And we just didn't, when we stopped thinking about it. Do you guys remember that? When they just told us aliens are real, and we were like, no shit.
But aliens will be doing U-turns right now. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right? What are they just talking about? But ghosts,
yeah.
I don't know. But I used to work at a haunted location in St. Paul. A lot of gangster murders at the Wabasha Street caves with bullet holes and stuff, and there were tons of ghosts. And I used to have to go through there and close it down by myself, which required going to the back cave and turning the lights off as I walked out slowly behind me, and the sounds in the caves, and it was very scary. And people say, would you ever spend the night here? And I said, no. Because I have red hair and tattoos, and we don't make it out of this scenario.
You don't. I don't.
I'm sitting here giving a hand job, smoking a joint, like, no chance I'm making it out of here alive. Sluts like me are dead. You know what I mean? Some hot blonde might crawl out of here and titty out in the credits. No chance. I've been dead for days by then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, would you please, wait, before you go, wait, where are my prizes? Wait, oh, I have them here. Yeah. I got prizes, well, for all of the participants of value. This is a water bottle sticker, you guys, or one of them. Yeah, it says history's a party and everybody's coming. You get one because you did very well. You didn't win, doesn't matter. You get one because you kept score. You can share it with her, but she drew faces, and if you like it, you like it. Birthday girl! Come on, Mary Elizabeth! You get one of those. And of course, can we please pass this back to Big Joe and let with our gratitude and our love. And please give another big round of applause to the incomparable Chewy Martinez.
Thanks again to Jason Horton and Chewy Martinez. You can find everything they do in the links in the show notes. And hey, a special thank you to Flappers Comedy Club and the team there that makes this show work so well. AJ, Hazel, and Joe, you really are the best. And can you even, with that music? Oh, it's so good. HILF official musician Kat Perkins has done it yet again by serving up some rockin' copyright-free music just for me, and it's so good I could die. Now, if you would like to not only hear but see this show and or future shows, you have a couple of options. You can check your calendar for the next first free Thursday of the month and make a plan to see it live, or hop on over to Patreon, join my illustrious subscribers, and get the video as soon as I do. And I'm not gonna lie, I look great. In the meantime, your next regularly scheduled HILF is right around the corner. August 6th, you'll get an earful of the history of religion in America. So, nice, simple, easy little subject. My buddy Ryan Ripple and I go from the Puritans and the Salem witch trials all the way to Joel Osteen and the so-called prosperity gospel of the megachurches. A span I've coined from witch to bitch. It's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to share it with you. Until then, enjoy what's left of your summer break, if you have such a thing, and in the words of my 6-year-old daughter, remember, swimming isn't that hard if you just pretend you can do it.
So be true to your school now, just like you would to your girl or guy. Be true to your school now, and let your colors fly. Be true to your school.